Hello and welcome to KBS 1. I am Hat, your host, the All-Father of Canium. And this is a bit of an impromptu stream that I decided to do. Um, for no particular reason. I sat down and I thought, I'd make some SS14 mapping, and because I've been working on one. And I thought, why not broadcast this awful thing to the internet? And I can see already that I am joined by the confused one saying "time to bully," but no bully, no bully. I counter bully, ha ha ha. And toilet obliterator saying "chaos reigns." You know, it probably does. It probably does. So, for those of you who don't know, bully the. I'm not even gonna comment on that one. So for those of you who don't know Space Station 14, though some of you probably do, um, this it's a little game of, as one of my good friends like to keep repeating to me, it's a game of that's a PvP game, player versus paranoia. So in many different ways, it is a 2D game of basically doing your job on a space station that rapidly descends into madness. Um, the singular, like Steve. So in this case, I'll give you all a quick overview of what I am building. I am building a spaceship, a very large spaceship that I have decided to name the Kanite class. And the Kanite class vessel is, oh good, I think it also even crashed. This is sometimes what happens with this. Ah yes, look at this, fantastic. So actually I have to, which was this? I think this was the server? So I actually have to restart the server. This is just the stuff I use for streaming. Don't mind this stuff. So there's nothing in here that you could have any use for. Well, I'll just edit out later, I suppose. But yeah, no, the server crashed, which means I actually have to restart the server and load up the map again. Which means you also get to see that. This is what you get. Toilet Blittery is all about having to abuse this poor Singulo. Yeah, data you will never use. I know. It's not exactly exciting. So I'm just going to close down this thing. Restart the client. Let's see now. Running the server. Here we go. We're back where, well, first we have to actually tell this thing that we're going to go mapping. And then we have a new map here. That's called map 2. And we're going to load the Kanite class into it. Here we go. So, as I was saying, this ship is a large salvage ship. And I don't know why I originally decided to make it a ship, because as I understand it, you can't even make maps that are made up primarily. Like, you can't make maps that are ships, or rather, you can't make a station that's a ship. But I've done one anyway. It has very large engines. The red area is where security is, and a bunch of other things. The middle part is the bridge. There's all kinds of things on the left and the right. There's med bay and all kinds of things. So, Test Confused one says, where side corn steaming hot picks with and without butter. Is this like a bad chat GBT response? What is this? Anyway, so today I thought what we might do is create the robotics department. The robotics department is a part of science. This is the science department, and it has all kinds of different things. And this space here is going to be for robotics. Your desktop had no side corn. No, I don't keep side corn on my desktop. Confused one. I do not do that. I don't know why I would keep side corn on my desk. Avenge Harambe. I don't know. Maybe it was a mistake telling everybody I was doing a casual stream. Nah, just kidding. Um, so I've been trying to look at some examples of robotics that I like. And one of them had a sort of a surgery area that I quite liked and I thought I might replicate. Let's see if I can find it again. Where did it go? That's that one. That's that one. Was it Packed Station? I tend to try to take inspirations from other stations because there's no reason to try to reinvent a good idea or at least be inspired by one. Ah, here it is. Yes. Okay, so what we need is an operations table. Operating. I think it's called operating table. So when you are playing roboticists, sometimes you have to cut somebody's brain out effectively, and that then means putting them on because you have to take their brain out in order to put their brain into a robot. Hold on a second. All right. I'm not sure what the whole gimmick is with Harambe right now, but here we are. Let's see if I can't attract some more people. Where do we? Where can I advertise this? I already kind of did. All right, so people already kind of know. All right, so we are putting down an operating table. And where did I leave my inspirational map? Ah, there it was. All right, so I can see the chat, I can see the thing, and now I can carry on. All right, so now this is what it's like making maps. It's a lot of searching around and looking for specific things. It's gonna take a while. Do I want the what is it called? Ah, the morgue. Good. I like that there is an item just named the morgue. Very good. Very, very good. So we're gonna put this down here. This is basically a thing that you put bodies in, and so you do some surgery here. You take out the brain. You basically put the body into this thing. Because you don't need the body anymore once they've been turned into a robot. And for the moment, though, because surgery is not currently implemented in Space Station 14, we are going to just get a regular computer that is called, literally, computer. It's just, I treat this as like a sort of stand-in or like a placeholder for any other computer that I might need. At some point, it's going to be like a surgery computer or whatever. So yeah. Let's see. I just need to check to see if this looks right by putting in the directional windows. One on this side and one on that side. Because it's important that I keep this space free. Because the idea is that you enter robotics through this door, and then I suppose you either keep going that way, or you go north. In some ways, there has to be a walking path. I suppose what I could do, if I really wanted to, I could move this whole situation here one step up, which would then mean that you could keep walking this way, or go up here, which would also be kind of weird because I'm guessing maybe I would put a chair here. And would that help in any other way with what I'm trying to build here. Can I, let's try that. Let's try that. Toilet Obliterator says, can you put a brain in a gorilla body so you can be Harambe-Stein? You can certainly put your brain into a monkey body in SS14. I'm not sure about a gorilla, to be honest. I'd have to look into the code, which is something I've also been editing, the code. But that's for different reasons. But you can definitely turn yourself into a monkey. So you can be Monkey-Stein, I suppose. That's what that would be. But yeah, let's try this whole thing. Computer. Because let's try to move this whole thing one step up. And then... North Pacific Tree Octopus says, good morning, Mr. Hatch. Good morning to you, sir. Welcome to my ad hoc random SS14 map making stream. Let's see. I'm actually not sure how many map makers there are out there in SS14 land. It sort of never crossed my mind. I'd like to think that there are loads of people now just getting started with this stuff and making all kinds of, very strange ideas and such. That would be cool. Let's see now. I could just be one of the very few people who does this. North Pacific Tree Octopus says, this is a thing I've always wanted to do for 13, but never did. Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, in SS13 there is an actual map making tool, and it's a bit more helpful, I guess, or conducive to map making. I mean, there's definitely some teething things to still happening with SS14. There's no question of it. This is something I say from the point of view of having now done map making for this, or at least, well, I'd like to not say I have done map making until I've produced some spaceships, and now I'm producing this map, but my experience so far is that this thing definitely has some teething issues. There's some way to go. Is that too much? Should I just leave this open? I could just leave this open. Would that make any sense? It kind of looks weird, I feel. Let me try to make the rest of this. Let's see now. I will need some dark tiles to sort of create a contrast that this is a space. Go full weird. I promise you there's loads of things with this construction. I will tell you this much, Toilet Obliterator, you can't out weird me, because this whole ship is designed under the principle of I hate you, as in the ship does not like the lower classes, and the whole concept is designed around this. So everything from maintenance work to work conditions and all the rest of it, you will find yourself at sooner or later thinking to yourself, this ship is trying to kill me. It really is trying to get me to die, because just everything seems to be built with that in mind. No, you cannot out weird me, Toilet Obliterator. This cannot happen. So just to take you to a brief example, this is like one of the maintenance corridors I've been building right here, and it goes through science. And because it was decided by Nanotrace that science was not really the purpose of this ship and was more like a retrofit, there needed to be a service corridor here. Well, that's also where the artifact room was. You know, the very radioactive thing here. So the reality is you could be walking through this service corridor, open this maintenance door, and immediately your hair falls out because you've just been hit by a 10 gazillion joules of radiation. And you will just die. That can happen. So the service corridor goes through this very, very dangerous area because that's where it was beforehand. So they just figured, well, this is not a problem. We can't find somewhere else for this thing, so we're just going to add some doors. So screw you. So that's just one minor example of many ways that this ship is trying. You get the feeling it's trying to kill you. Right, we were making a one full sievert. Yep. Very correct. I will make a foot-shaped warship and all the weapons will be in the little toe. You know? You do that and you make it work, I will concede the point. But it has to be a good map. Let's see now. I needed to also create another table to create depth with this thing that I'm making. Confused one says, "Yeah, man, it's the strangest thing with this model class. Starboard side seems to be this radiation sink spot. What? Make it into a science bay. Make it into a science bay? Brilliant. Yes, no, exactly right. But you can see it in some different ways that like there are underlying design principles. Like there are standard modules. You notice these two rooms are the same size, at least width-wise. And you will, if you go to the exact opposite side, there will be two additional rooms that have the same thing going on. These are two rooms that I haven't defined yet because one of them is supposed to be this. I've reinvented salvage to be its own department essentially, and so either the foreman or whatever the role needs to be, this is his space, and this is the quartermaster. Because as it is right now, the quartermaster will run both cargo and this massive, massive salvage department I've built. So yeah, there's a lot of standard modules that have same things on both sides. Let's see now. I was making a thing here with a table, and that's this thing. So this would be, I guess, the space. Who the hell did he really put? He put a sink in there. That's so weird. So this would be where you would take people's brains out. I guess I could even add decals to it just to really see if I could sell myself the idea, because I'm having doubts with this space now. This is also, by the way, what map making is like. You build a load of things that end up not working, and you delete it in order to find out essentially what does work. Let's see. It was supposed to be, I guess, this and this. No specific tree octopus says sounds like D&D dungeon design. Couldn't say it, never done so, but if you find any commonality in with this in that sense, then yes. If that's what it's involved with the dungeon design, oh yeah. The thing with this kind of thing is that you have to think about a lot of things. Like you really have to think far ahead with this stuff. You have to think about how people will use the space, or well, okay, I shouldn't say it like that. Everything is in terms of probability. Like there's no guarantees. That's anything that's called guarantee or this will certainly happen. Throw all notions of that out the window. There are no guarantees, and there never will be. People will do the darndest thing that you will never predict, and so you have to just basically allow for the idea that things have to be to some degree flexible and redundant, and also have to invite different kinds of people to do different kinds of things. Um, I guarantee much bullshit and chaos. You really are on one. Did did you get into the meth jar today? Is that what's going on? Um, so for instance, I came up just to give you one example of this. Even though I do like to talk about this because it's there's a lot of fun in this. So one of the things that this ship does is have a salvage bay or sort of a thing out front where you can. I'm trying to replicate the gameplay of hard space shipbreakers, and so that means that on both sides there needs to be things you can chuck stuff into, and so I built this massive conveyor belt system. And for different reasons, I created this whole gimmick where there's a tiny air pocket out because there's a lot of space left. And my idea was with this stuff is that because loads of stuff comes in here uncritically, like there's no filter. There is a filter on the other side. But this is for if you just want everything to be put into a storage unit. This just takes everything in. But that means someone has to watch this, you see. So you find the, lazy Gary or whatever his name is, and your least productive salvage guy who's just not good for much. And you give him this little tiny office, this little air pocket, because everything here is exposed to open space. That's why you see all the airlocks. And you give him this tiny, tiny little pocket of space, and his whole job is to sit here all day, all shift, and watch as things come in. Like, he has to basically sit here. This is what he sees if all the lights are on. This is all he sees. So he has to watch what comes by on the conveyor belt. And for that, he has, for the atmosphere, I added in things like a beer, and I added like a donut box, and he has his own arcade machine with Tetris. And his whole job is if something happens, he's to go through this secure door here that's coded to salvage, and pull this lever, which will stop the machinery. He can even reverse it as well. And then there's an additional button here, which I believe will turn the lights on and off out here, because these lights by default are off, so it'll be dark. Because Nano Trace and figures, there's no reason for these lights to be burning all the time. And besides, do you need light to chuck stuff into this thing? No, you don't. You don't. So you can turn the lights on here if you really, really want. And then the doubling with this space is that it also, you notice that there's some shutters on all the windows. There's a button here that will basically make these shutters close, so this room becomes completely blacked out. So not just is this a lookout post for watching boring stuff, as Confused One described as old lazy-eyed Gary, just sitting there eating enough pizza to be larger than wide Tom. I don't think he's human. I saw him eat 3 plushies and and a corpse before. Holy shit. I like that. But it also, once you put the shutters on, this also becomes like a murder hobo room. You could hide a body in here. Of course you can. And I might have to even work out how to fit in a disposal unit here somehow, or maybe not. I don't know. That might be too easy. So yeah, this could be a murder hobo room. And I just come to notice. No, you know what? That's okay. I just noticed that these airlocks are the ones that don't have windows in them, so you can't look through them. But that's okay. That's okay. Maybe you're not supposed to see in there. You don't know. So this space can be used for loads of things. It's supposed to be used for regular salvage work, and there are maintenance doors, and but this could very easily be the start of a cult as well. And you have to allow for that kind of randomness and for people to go completely bonkers. Like I designed this emergency power station here. This is a full working power plant, but this could also just be a way of sabotaging the power grid, because there are different things you can do with generators and smashes and stuff like that. You could also use this as like a bomb. Like there's enough plasma and all kinds of stuff in here for things to go horribly wrong. So yeah. Oh, I know you can also still hide a body. I mean, there's a locker here. You can drag a body in here and chuck it in the locker. Nobody's ever gonna be likely to come by anytime soon and check that locker. So yeah, that's the kind of what I mean. Is when you design a space, you have to think about how people are likely to use it, but also how people will use it to do murder in, because you gotta. Um, Now back to this robotics thing here. Um, should I add more window here? Does this even work as a space? Not sure what I think about being able to pass on either side of this. Like I'd kind of want this space to be kind of enclosed in a way, but I also find myself being irritated that this is supposed to be the front desk, so you're likely to be sitting here, meaning that there's a chair, and you can't just. I mean, you can walk over a chair, but it looks dumb. So I could put down a. Yes, I'm the only one who cares about this stuff, but here we are. So there could be a chair here, but you find yourself just casually walking over this. So maybe what I need to do is move this thing. Confused One says, Nanotrace and design ethos for incoming salvage filtering bay. Airlocks near forward starboard side is not to have windows to protect crew's mental state and prevent any mimetic infections and unidentified xenotype artifacts. Yes. Any more complaints will be reassignment to clown school. Nanotrace and shipyard engineering management. That's hilarious. Yeah, exactly. No more questions. There are no windows are not there because you might be upset by what you see. So just be happy about that, for God's sake. Don't complain. I'm now also thinking maybe what I could do instead of making this. The reason I originally even wanted to place this here was, this is how deranged how I think, is that I wanted the probability for when you walk in through the front door of science, that there's a chance you might walk right past here and somebody might having their brain cut out at the very moment. It's a great way to enter science. Make all the chairs into toilets and you'll see so much productivity. I don't think so. Unless, of course, I could, in some ways, put wheels, like office chair wheels, on the toilets and like have a tube that follows them around. I mean, because you'd have to send something. So there has to be like a tube that comes out of the ground, like an extension cord, like that follows them around when they move around in their wheeled toilet. Because then it would be an office toilet, like an office chair toilet. I could work with that. But other than that, no, I don't think so. You need to be able to move around on an office chair. So yeah, that's the reason why put a singular in every toilet. Toggle. Well, so that's the reason why I put this here. So you might see somebody having their brain taken out. But that is not a requirement. I just thought it would be hilarious. Like the best. Of course, I could make this whole thing one step or one. Let me just try something. Because what was that thing like again where I put down the directional window? Was that any good? I mean, if I did it like that, but I don't think you can pass if I put it like that. Because this looks nice. Somewhat. Ish. No, it needs to be up against the wall. Fuck it. It doesn't work. Ah! And that means this can't be the front desk. And that means that can't be the front door. Which means this won't work. Which means, there are too many consequences about moving these things. I tried to make it work by moving things. No. no, 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 no. So where do I put it instead? I guess I can, I could put it here, I suppose. Back there. That would work. Wait, how many was it again? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that would kind of work if I put it in that space. Question is, should I do that? Where else could it be? I need the, No, you know, let's try this. Let's try this, approach. And... I have to remove these decals. Yeah, the decal tool, I think I would say, is one of the not so great tools, because you put down one decal like on a tile, like it's still tile based obviously, and say I put down another decal that looks like this, and now what do I do in terms of like removing only one of these? Well, you know, first you have to have the decal tool open before it even lets you edit anything. And then you try to right click the thing you want to remove sort of intuitively, and that one goes. And they actually both go. So you can't remove, if you have more than one decal on a tile, you can't remove any specific one. Both of them have to go. And most of the time, it's very easy. I've found that if you just, you know, you might, when you remove one, sometimes it'll remove the adjacent one because it's so touchy about where the mouse cursor is. So that can be a bit of a pain, I will say. That's an interesting look. Let's try that. I'm not even sure why I'm doing these warning stripes on the right side when it's up against the wall. But for the sake of the look, let's try it like this. And let's put in some windows. That's that one, that one. And just for weirdness sake, let's put in windows, even though it's up against the wall. Because it's still, you know, sometimes you do things for aesthetic reasons. Or at least I do. So we had to put the operating table. Where did that have to be? I guess here, primarily, that would be the right spot for it. And then you would put the morgue. That one is... Yeah, that's facing the right way. And then we need a table. I think this might work. Right now, I'm feeling good about it. And then we will have a... Huh. Yeah, that will probably work. I was going to say that seems like it wouldn't work, but it probably will. I intuitively, I don't like putting a computer in a corner like this because it's like, it seems like you have to reach over the table and sort of bend at a weird angle to get at the operating table. But, you know, this might be all right. This might, in fact, be all right. Oh no, my coffee's cold. Oh, fuck. Bleh. Bleh. Cold coffee. Bleh. So that, for at least for the moment, I think that works. Yeah, that seems to work. Heat the coffee with Zorg. You are just an eternal fountain of excited wisdom, aren't you? Toilet obliterator, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see now. Um, just responding to something. This is what it's like having a casual stream. Sometimes I go to respond to something. All right. Let's see now. All right. We were building robotics. You know, I like that design that I saw earlier, which has this exit way towards these doors here with blue with blue tiles on either side. Let's see if I can fit in the whole thing. Let's see how that works out. So that would mean this, and this. That's the full Monty. And then it would require some tiles that are dark. Mini tiles, exactly. These mini tiles. And then it would have... Ooh, let's try that. Yeah, let's try this design, see how it works out for robotics. It might be a little much, but I like how it divides or sort of separates different spaces. I like that. I like that. Let's see how that works out. Is it for the whole space? No, it's not. It's just for this space. All right, let's see what this does. We need warning or danger stripes. We need very many danger stripes. We need one here, 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 and all the way across, I guess. Yep. And then someone might say to themselves or tell me, like, Hat, aren't you just stealing somebody else's idea? That's one way of putting it. I would say I'm being inspired by somebody else's idea. And repurposing a good idea into something that is otherwise also a good idea. But if you really want to put it like that, sure. Steal with pride. It's a thing we do in coding as well, by the way. Personally, I think good designs get to be perpetuated and live on in some other place, in some form or another. Not to say that stealing is a great thing, not in that common way. Plus, I don't think this is stealing. I'm not even sure why I got into that subject. It's just I've heard this stuff before, and it's just like, no, that's not how it works. Let's see. So this one needs danger stripes on the other side as well. Yeah. Hey, Striker, first time chat. Welcome to KBS One. You boring without intending to return. Yeah. Hello, Mecha Krillzilla. Welcome to the casual stream of me building an SS14 map. Um, and I'm currently making this space. I'm not even sure why I would put this on here. Maybe to tie the room together in some ways. If nature does it, I do it. I can do it too. Yeah, sure. Sure you can. Like, you're a great artist, Striker, in your own right, and this is the best that I can do. I can make stupid maps. That's about as far as it goes. This actually doesn't look half bad, to be honest. I like the way this looks. Let's try to finish the dark tile theme that we have going on here. This could be a thing. I could totally see this being a thing. I need to put in some... machinery as well. I need to put in a... What is it called? Cyborg reach? There's something called a cyborg reach. There's recharging station. I need those. I guess I would put one here and here. And then I would put some... What are they called? I think it's called exosuit fabricator. Yes. This is certainly what we need. And we need... Where do we need to put this thing? I think we should put it... Garmin TV. Hi Garmin. Welcome to this Easter casual stream thing. I'm currently building map in SS14, as you can see. I'm just, because I've had a few crashes, I am going to just do a quick save here. Feel free to join me if you want to, Garmin. Just if nothing else, just chat. You know where the channel is. You can get in here. I'll find a way to add you if I need to. Let's see. The grid is called 2538, and I'm saving it in the Kanite class. Yes. And also, this is something I found out, like, because I'm running a development branch build, or not development branch, but a development build. Sometimes crash just for no reason. Just because. So I need to anticipate that a little bit. Let's see now. I need to put in shutters. There we go. But yeah, Striker says that's the one thing we like to do often on the art stream. Save often. Yes, it's very important. Striker says it crashes because the program thinks it's funny. Yes, I'm convinced that this is true. There we go. Now I need to still play. I'm trying to put more things in, because if this is what I sometimes do, is if I can't decide where to put something down, like if I can't work out by where exactly, I'll try to finish more of the stuff that needs to go in the room to clarify that point. So right now I'm thinking, I probably need for some reasons I need a rack right here. Everybody needs a good rack. Toilet Obliterator says, Crashing is when the shadow government wants to steal the contents of your porn folder. Completely flawless logic as far as I can tell. Let's see now. Steel. Yes, we need to have some steel, right here on this rack. Um, what other things? I need some robotics clothing. Oh, great! The whole thing just crashed. I think this is what I mean. Well, I think it was just a client that just crashed. The client just decided, nope, no, we're not doing this anymore. This is back at the basically the development station. So I just need to go out here again, and then I will teleport myself to the 00 coordinates of map 2. And here we are back at the map. Because this happens sometimes. And the funny thing is, I think if most people weren't as calm and casual about this, I think many people would freak out if their mapping client just crashed and they can't, like, how do I get back? Is it all lost? But usually there's quite a lot of ways. Oh, good. There's my crashed client. That's now a thing. Why am I? Why? Okay. All right. That's fine. Let's see now. This is that client. All right. Yeah. No, I'm keeping it there. That's fine. Can I drag you away? I guess not. So I need to put down the exo suit fabricator. That's exo suit fabricator. And where do I put this thing? Do I put it here, or do I indeed put it here? What if it was up against this wall here? And then... Wait. Maybe I should place down a table. I see, this is what I do. Now, if I can't place down the exosuit fabricator, I am placing down a table instead and see how that works out. What if I just put a table right here? Let's see now. What about a corner table? Is that too much? Is that too much table? Could be too much table. Not sure if it's too much table. Okay, let's try and put in the exo suit fabricator. One here. And I don't know, maybe another one. You know, maybe I want to maybe I want 2 exosuit fabricators. Yeah. You can't stop me. You know my dad. What else should I have? I'm trying to look at some other robotics rooms to see what they have. I definitely need a robodrobe, as they say, which is the thing that you get your clothing from. Where should I put that one? I could put that in the corner, I suppose. Here goes that thing again. Where to place? Well, let's put it there. At least for now. If for nothing else, if I decide against it, I can always move again. I can move it again, yeah. And I also need an electrical toolbox. Toolbox? Electrical toolbox. Because you need one of those. In fact, you might need several, but... What else do I need? I need a cell recharger. There it is. I need one of these. Because robotics are gonna recharge stuff. For sure. What else do I need? Because basically the cyborgs, they will run out of battery sooner or later. And just because I can't decide what to put down next, let's put down a scalpel here on the table. Because you're gonna need a scalpel. And you are gonna need some... What are they called? Are they called retractor? There's a retractor. You definitely need that. And you need... Do you need a bone saw? Or is it called, what is it called? Circular... No, yeah, circular saw. Metal saw. Can you use a metal saw instead of a circular saw? Is the metal saw the cheaper variant? Or sawing bone in case of emergency. I'm not sure we should be using that. Alright. Let's see. Sorry, for heavy duty cutting. Heavy duty cutting. I was sure there was gonna be a bone something. You know what? Until I figure out which one is the right one, I'm just gonna give him metal saw. I don't care. Metal saw it is. If you want to open someone's skull up because it's not implemented yet, right now as it stands, it's a metal. It's just a regular good old saw, like like Dad used to have it in his workshop. Off you go. And what's the other thing? There's a besides the retractors and the scalp. What is someone who knows SS13? Tell me some medical tools. Help me out here. I can't remember them. Is that the thing that is clamp? No, what are they called? That's a hydraulic clamp. Oh, I didn't even know there was such a thing. What's the other tool called? I can't remember. Is it down here that was I smart enough to... No, of course I wasn't smart enough to place all the tools out in the open. Of course I wasn't. Of course. Is it called, is there a plier? No. Shit, I'm gonna have to look this up, aren't I? Let's see, they certainly laid out, it's called a hemostat. A hemostat. There we go. That's the one we need. Thanks for the help, guys. There's also a cautery. I can't keep putting things on tables. I have a whole second table here, of course. I can just put that there. They don't need a drill. What would they need a drill for? No. Maybe some Can I... Anesthetics? Knockout gas? What's it called again? Damn. Tank. I know it's a tank. Nitrous oxide. There we go. That's the one I want. Nitrous oxide. And then there's a mask. You have to put on a medical mask. That's the one. Hell yeah. This is looking pretty good, guys. I think, you know, we're pretty awesome at this. NOx is zoom gas. It is, but it's also go to sleep gas. I'm not feeling good about that table, I have to say. I feel like it should be like that. But then now we're short on table. Where put extra table? But now this, if I do this, I feel like it does that annoying constricting things where you might as well cut across. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess you could even take it this far, and why not? Why not, in fact? Why not just make this a definite point? You're not crossing between here. You're just having one long table. That's what you're having. Yeah. Yeah, deal with it. You deal with it, or just maybe, or you won't deal with it, I guess. I mean, that's the logic of that, I suppose. Oh, should we move the decal? See, this is one of where the problems begin. Where I now have to move a decal. So that means I have to go through here and remove these. Now I'm just going to remove both ones, both the upper and lower one. Yeah. So because I now want to do this instead in order to better frame this so that it looks better. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, the things you must suffer as an artist. Oh. Now it just looks fantastically better, I think. And you think the same thing, I'm sure. Absolutely. You know, I'm quite pleased with this. I'm quite pleased with this. Is there any other interior considerations that I should be making for robotics? What other things do robotics usually have in their repertoire? They need tool belts. Of course they do. They need... this is the thing. It used to be you can just say tool belt, but no more. There's no tool belts. It's so dumb because now they're called... I think it's just... if you just do belt. They're called... oh, yes. Utility belts. See, it used to be in SS13 and everywhere else, everybody understood there's a belt, it has tools in it. But now, no. It is not a tool belt because it is a utility belt. And I get this wrong all the effing time. I would say they need engineering tool belts. Yeah. They need at least, and they need. You're right, Striker. They need cells. Um. Should they have? Should they have? They should have one high capacity cell. Um. And then they should have medium capacity power cells. Two medium ones, and then they should have some more ones that are empty, so that when you come into your job, you can fill up some. Maybe I should give them one more that's full. And no, I'm not making it two high capacity, one full and one empty. I am making it full. Let's see now, 5 medium and 1 high capacity. If you want more, I guess you do at some point. No, it's the idea being that he has some batteries to start producing some Borgs, because that's one of your jobs as a roboticist is yeah, make robots. And now we also, I'm quite liking this design. I'm digging it, I have to say. I am really digging it. Should he have his own APC? Because the idea is right now is that that's the substation. Can you make monkey cyborgs? No, but you can make a hamster cyborg. You can actually get a robotic suit for a hamster, and it can sort of walk around and terrorize people. We need to put down an APC. Let's see now. Put down a high capacity APC. For robotics. We should put that in here. There's no reason the thing should be in the room. Is it in the room with us now? No, okay, so in order to hook that up and to do... So this is one of the terrible things about this. No, I think we should finish the design before I do any more wiring. Striker correctly says monkeys belong in the engine as fuel. Correct. And it is entirely possible to run an engine on monkeys, because monkeys, if you put them on fire, produce heat and also I think some gases and something or other. And because they do that, I think you can run what's called a TEG engine. So a thermal exchange generator, meaning heat goes in, cold goes out, or it's one or the other. It's one of those. But yeah, that's a thing. Now I need to create the rest of. Is there any more robotics? Oh, good. My client crashed again. This is fantastic. Also, it's probably a reminder. It's a very mild reminder to tell me that you should save. I'm like, all right. I get it. I will save. Let's see. Let's make sure we got the grid right. Yep. And it says save successful. Good. I think I'm gonna be streaming for another 30 minutes or so, and then I will do the the casual end as well as everything else. I don't know what I'm saying. All right, so back to this. So now there are 2 dead people in my. Can I just delete them? I'm suddenly wondering, can I just delete them? That'd be cool. Yeah, delete. There. I deleted my ghosts. That's funny. So I needed. I need some more stuff for. I need some more vending machine. I know there's a robotics vending machine of some sort. I can't remember what it's called. P-Tech? No. God damn it. Seriously? The client just keeps crashing. I think it might be trying to tell me that I should stop streaming or something, or restart the server or some such thing. I don't know. It just seems a little uppity right now. Yes. You're also there now. Hello, former old me. Shadow government, yeah. They are certainly having it out for me. Certainly. I was getting a vending. I actually know where that is. There's one that's over here. It's called Robotics Deluxe. I'm not sure why I put that in cargo. I think it's because Tex talked me into giving that to cargo, and I'm now thinking maybe I should not do that. Let's see now. What could go wrong? Well, that's the thing. I think that's more or less the merit it was sold on. It's like, what's gonna go wrong? Nothing's good. Don't worry about it. I started worrying about it, so that's where that went. It's cargo. You can trust the. Oh yeah, certainly, surely, no problem, no problem at all. So, do I need? Is this too much? We need some lights for sure. We need some lights. I'd really like to not. I'd like to end the stream by us having finished this, because it really has made good progress now, and I like it. I like this progress. Let's see now. I'm trying to also have the light not be too bright, because this is a dingy ship. But at the same time, I should have more light than that. And I should have a small light. Yeah, see, now I'm just going against the thing I just said, but I don't know. It seems like this ought to be a thing. Yeah. Maybe I could I make a light switch somewhere? I mean, I could. Would that be overkill? Would it be overkill to have a light switch? I sometimes get carried away with these things just because I like things to be interactive. Because what I could do for funsies is, because this area is not really active, I could put a light switch right here, like right there, and then I could edit this light here so that when the server comes on or when the map starts, it will start by being off by default. And then what I'll do is I'll take a multi-tool, take that down, and then I'll link this button to that light and say default toggle. So that means now that when the map starts, this light will be off by default, so it'll be dark here, and then if somebody needs it, they can go up here and press the light switch and the light will come on, which I think is neat. Is it still this? Yeah, it's still the same. Should we have a should robotics have a plant? No, that would maybe a plastic plant. That would be great. Ha, what a message. Yes, the fake plant. Potted plant. Can we put in a potted plant? Because I know that there's a spawner for a plastic. And I have to set the default placement strategy back on. Random plastic potted plant. Yes, like that. There we go. Robotics has a fake potted plant. We also need to have a button, or yeah, we need to have a button that is facing east. Oh, there's a light there. That's not good. I don't like having buttons and lights on the same thing. Can we do something about that? Let's see if I can't remove this for now. Let's see, if I put that there, will I be able to... let's see now. Put that here. Will that work? I think that'll work. That'll mostly work. Yeah. No problemo. Alright. Now we're back to button. I need to, put a frame around this so that it looks nice. You gotta have a... Oh no, it needs to also be a different button. Haha. It needs to be a... Can I get a... Really? I can't get a button that's at least science? Where... Salvage security service. Really? No lockable science button. Research. What the hell does that mean? Man, that's just... Okay, so what else can I do? I needed a button that's lockable for robotics or science. One of those. There's one that says research. I'm not sure why it's called research. I don't want to risk it because what if it's not... What if the role's research or that whatever that is isn't something that robotics guys have, and then all of a sudden they have a door they can't open. Huh. Yeah, I guess they'll just have to have a normal signal button. Nothing to do about that. And then I'll put a frame around it so that it looks nice. And then I will link this button to that. And this button to that. This is all kind of stuff you have to do in advance. And then, as you do, in order to not come back to something broken, you test. Let's see. Linked. And there we go. So that should make this open. And of course, now we also need some... Man, there's going to be so many danger stripes everywhere. It's probably overkill at this point. But never mind. It just means it's awesome. This is OSHA land. This is very OSHA land. I like this robotics department. We've done very well. All right, let's do another save and let's put in some wires and shit. Let's see now. First, we need to be counterintuitively. What we need to do is place down different tiles so that we can access, because the wires are actually under the floor. But we need to do this so that we can see them. Let's see. I'm just gonna pull a wire all the way down the middle here, and then I'm gonna pull a wire all the way, no, down this way, yeah. That should cover all of robotics. And I'm gonna take that from that APC over there. In fact, I'm just gonna move this APC one step up, because there is an aesthetic reason for this. If you place the APC right next to the door, the wire is gonna do this weird loop-de-loop once you try to do a because they're squares. They connect to the adjacent square. That's why it goes wrong. So the trick is, I think, to place it up here. And then we will take a medium voltage cable. Just put one down here, pick it up, and then just connect that. So you can see the wire beneath this just did a bend. That means this is now connected to the power grid. And now what we need to do now is put down the cable. That is the whole reason why we expose the plating beneath to begin with. So this is a low voltage cable. This runs all the machinery in a department. So this is all taken from high voltage that goes into a substation. From medium voltage, it gets converted into medium voltage that goes to an APC, which then converts it to low voltage that runs ordinary machinery. So you take the wire and you sort of pull it into a room like this. This is the green wire. And just by proximity, I don't know how many, it's like 3 or 4 tiles, like things around this green wire gets powered. You could take the wire literally to every machine if you wanted to, but you don't have to. And so, there we go, there we go. There. So that, I think that should power most of, if not all of robotics, to be fair. Yeah. So just drop the remaining wire. Delete this. And now we get to put the tiles back in. Hooray. And the great thing is we have to pull them up again at another point when I have to do atmospherics. So that's going to be great. But, you know, there's nothing for it. There is nothing for it. You gotta. Alright. And then we put in the steel door. I think we're going to make this on time. What would I put underneath this? Just more black tile? I guess so. I'm actually not sure. What do they put in the other ones? Nothing. Yeah, well, I guess we shouldn't. Dark steel tile, like that. That seems more fitting. Now I have to do it with the other ones as well. Damn it. Why did I do that? Oh, that's, yeah, that one's okay. Cool. The lights are in. What else are we missing? I know we're my senses. Yes, we need a disposal unit. Duh. Disposal. Where should the disposal unit be? Here? That would be a good central location for it, for sure. I need to save, you're right. Saved. Thank you, Striker. Da 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 da. I also don't want people to having to navigate around this thing. Like, would be annoying. Like, disposal units should be off in a corner and not sort of in your way. Why not right here? Or should it be closer to these guys? No. I mean, I could put it right here. Okay, we just put down both of these and see what are the merits and... Because you could be shoved into this. That would be funny. Striker. I don't know if you actually even play this game, but what do you think of the merits to having the disposal unit up here or down here? Any opinion? If it sits here, obviously the table is less free. You're right, they should be decently accessible. It could also just be here, like I said earlier. Of course, what I could do is... Would that be dumb? I mean, I could just do this. I could shorten down... Well, exactly. Why would I want to block the plan? That's exactly my thinking, too. What I could do is I could shorten the table a little bit and do that. Then the walking space, the dual walking space up here won't be blocked. You'd have less table, though. But that might not be bad. You know? That doesn't have to be bad. Yeah. Is there anything wrong with this? Sort of offhand, it's relatively center of the room. It's no longer in the way of this walk path. I mean, I did kind of like the long table. I will admit the extra long table was really good for us as a workspace. But do you ever really run? Well, you ever gonna run out of space here? I don't think so. I could, I suppose, if I really... But now I'm disrupting this guy's walk path. But I could do this. Give him some extra storage space in form of the rack. And then he'd be more enclosed here. So that means I could do like... I could put in some flash units here. You know, you have some of the things required to make a android or cyborg. So if I say cyborg, head, there's a cyborg head there. Is it endoskeleton? Maybe not there. Where are the arms? It was an engineer, but I don't want engineer. I just want cyborg. Left arm. Really? It won't even give me any arms? Okay, fine. Wire. We need some wire. We need some LV cable. That needs to be on this thing. This thing needs to be placed a little better. And so there's this thing. Maybe just place this a little smarter. Like that. There. That looks very cool. Little cyborg centerpiece thing. Electric toolbar. Should I have I could have another one of these. Just put it on this. And then maybe some glass over here as well. I should have some glass in a pile. Piled glass, my favorite. Where is it? There. Full glass. Very full glass. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. Let's see now. Let's try and save it. Let's try and save it, and let's try to run the ship and see if see what it does. Map init 2. All right. We've just initialized the whole map. That means it runs on its own power. And it's, see, the light is off and you can, hell yeah, it works. Does this work? Does this work? Hell yeah, it does. This is goddamn awesome. That's what this is. The drogue works, so you can buy your roboticist lab coats and all the rest. The Robotics. This is what I mean. Like, look at what I put into cargo because Tex told me to. This Robotech Deluxe thing contains flashes and proximity sense and diagnostic HUDs, and this is clearly like this is just a weapons locker for cargo. This has nothing to do whatsoever with anything cargo. So yeah, no, he Stray's like, listen, they need to protect that freight. Oh man, yeah, no. I mean, just for the record, Tex, if you ever swing by this stream, I trusted you, man. You talked me into giving you loads of weapons. You fucking bastard. I could say that about Tex. He's my friend. Let's see now. Does this whole thing turn off if I? Yes. No, not completely. It's supported by the next door thing, I guess. No? Really? It's still on after all that? What? Is this because I put an always light on? No. Where's this thing getting power from? What else do I need to turn off? This is very suspicious. I turned that off as well. Is it this thing? Is it getting power from that? No, that's there. As it should be. Is it getting power from this? Nope. Huh. Well, now I'm just troubleshooting to see where that was most of science that just went out there. I'll work that out later. In any case, guys, ladies and gentlemen, it's now 1 minute past the thing. And also, I think I also want to say I think we've achieved exactly what we said we would. We've finished robotics. As far as I can tell, it is completely functional. I think we can even recharge a battery here. See, it works. No, this is good. The design has actually turned out... I was actually quite frightened at the beginning because I was trying to prepare for this way beforehand. So that on the stream, I would not just sit around and be a bumbling fool who didn't know where to take this. So I feel like this has turned out a lot better than I thought it would. There's some good... Like, there's a good defined areas. There's the enter the door here. There's a front desk where people can talk and ask stuff from Robotics. There's a work table here for Robotics to do stuff, build and cyborgs and everything. We have the fabricators, their stuff, their clothing. The surgery area, once that gets in, some recharge stations that are important for when cyborgs need to be recharged. There's sort of a construction area and storage for cyborgs. It's very stylish with the danger lines and everything. It's very stylistic and it fits very well together with the rest of what I built. You'll see like the overall style with decals and everything else repeats itself in many areas around the ship. Especially over here. This is the new salvage department I designed recently, where I'm trying to come up with a whole new gameplay for that. So it's very much with the style. I might have to put in like this. I put in some decals to sort of mark that it's salvage. I might have to do similar things in Robotics. This is botany, kitchen, and so on. So I might have to put some additional lines in here. But overall, this is good. This is really good, and it fits well within the space that I had left for it. So I like it. I hope you guys feel the same. And I also want to extend my thanks for people to showing up at this randomly occurring casual stream. Happy Easter and all the rest of it to you. Thing that I just put on at random. Yeah. Swing by as often as you can when KBS 1 comes online. There's, as such, no real limit to how many dumb things we can do with this. But yeah. Mecha Krillzilla says, thank you for sharing. Enjoy your Easter. Thank you. And likewise. And with that said, unless are there any last comments before I play you out with the masterful tones of the Roaring Buttholes singing about Warriors of the World? Because that's coming. Oh yes. Oh yes, it is. Any last words? Almost makes it sound like you're about to die. No. It's going to be glorious. Striker says, I hope you have a good day. Thank you. You too. All right. We're going to leave it at that. That's going to be the last comment. So, ladies and gentlemen, good people of all places, I hope you have a wonderful Easter. And may you be brave to do whatever it is that you want to do. So, see you around.
Stand in my way will die by sea. Brothers everywhere, raise your hands into the air. We're warriors, warriors of the world. Brothers everywhere, raise your hands into the air. We are warriors, warriors of the world. Like thunder from the sky, swore to fight and die. We are warriors, warriors of the world. Brothers everywhere, raise your hands into the air. We are Canadians, warriors of the world.